Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the April 15, 2008 Board of Selectmen Sewer Commissioners meeting. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chairman, all 5 selectmen are present, as is the town administrator.
Okay, before we begin this evening, is there anyone that wanted to address the board under citizens' participation? No? Okay. Okay, the next item is the consent agenda. I don't believe we have any bills. We have some minutes.
I believe we have 3 sets of minutes. Make a motion that we approve the February 5th, 2008 meeting minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? It's unanimous.
I'll make a motion that we approve the March 18th, 2008 meeting minutes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Jane abstains.
Okay, 401. Okay.
And I'll make the motion that we approve the April 1st, 2008 meeting minutes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? It is unanimous. Great, thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the interview/appointments to boards, committees, commissions. The Council on Aging. Is Jean Poirier here, please? No? Okay. Put that aside. If it's all right with the board, we'll table it in case, because I don't know if we got a response. Mr. McCall, do you know if we...
Sure.
Okay, is Donna Barrows here? Do you want to come on up here, please, ma'am? How are you this evening?
I'm good. How is everyone?
Good, thank you. Okay, and so you've applied to be on the Council on Aging. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm really lousy at that. I'm a native. I grew up here, and I am still presently living here. I think I stayed too long in my mother's womb because I'm always with the older folks. That's my environment. I've done various things, such as social worker for Head Start back in the day, and paralegal for legal services. I've been a counselor at large for Serpent. I've been an alternate counselor at large for Serpent. And I just love the elderly.
Does the board have any questions? John?
I do not. Thank you for coming forward.
Bruce?
Yeah, help me understand, did you previously apply with us?
I applied, yes.
And what was the history of that? I just don't remember, I'm sorry.
I received a letter saying, that I was not taken into consideration because if I ever worked for the town, it would be a conflict of interest, and at that time I was not working for the town.
But that wasn't from the board, was it? Board of Selectmen?
No, it didn't come this far.
Yeah, okay. With that aside, and I'm not sure why you were told that, I don't particularly think you were in conflict at the time, but in any event, with that issue doesn't arise any longer, as far as I understand it, correct?
Correct.
You're familiar with our Council on Aging, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. What would be some of the, what are some of the ideas you might have as far as improving that situation and that organization? It's my understanding that we have an issue there that we've been invited as a board to look at, and I don't believe the board has really had any formal discussions about how we would go about approaching that, but we would certainly like to help if there's any help we can offer. And I was just interested in your thoughts as far as
Are you talking about any particular incident, or are you talking as whole? As whole, I would just like to say that it just needs a little more communication, a liaison between the two. People like to see faces. They don't like names. They like to see faces.
Yeah, I meant as a whole. I don't think it would be appropriate to discuss individual situations at this point before the board, but I'm interested in your sort of approach and outlook, and it's a vitally important function for our seniors, and so I'm just interested in seeing how we can improve the overall.
As part of the board, mingling
Right.
more with the elderly is my, and that's my makeup anyway.
Okay.
Jim?
Thank you for coming forward.
Thank you.
Do you have a thought on what you think maybe the most challenging aspect is to the elderly population today?
It's just between the board and the, or on the outside. I don't understand
On the
question.
outside, it's in terms of challenges to the senior population, not to do with the board, but your own personal input as to.
Their challenge is loneliness. Their biggest challenge, I believe, is loneliness and getting out. Some of them, there's a few of them that come out like once in a blue moon, and they need to be coached. And it's usually because somebody has discovered that they haven't been around in a long time, and someone coaches them. They're like our children. You know, they have to be coached to mingle. They need a lot of hugs. They need a lot of hugs.
Thank you.
Jean?
Madam Chair, I don't have any questions. There's one vacancy on the board right now, correct? On the Council on Aging?
There's only one?
I'm not sure if there are one or two openings. That's what I'm asking.
Do you know?
I do
No,
not
I'm
know.
asking.
I thought on the board I saw one. I'm not sure.
Okay. May I ask a follow-up question, Madam Chair? So, based on what you've just said, what would be your approach to improve the relationship between the seniors who utilize Council on Aging and the Council on Aging function? Because there's obviously a relationship issue there. So, other than what you might have just said, what specific ways might you, as a member of the board, help in producing better relations with the end user, the senior consumer of Council on Aging and the function of Council on Aging?
Through my involvement with the elderly, I have kind of been their little liaison of keeping them calm, because there's too much scuttlebutt. You know, if we say it's raining, then the next one says, well, you know, they said it was snowing today, and keeping their panic down. I try to keep their panic down and convey the message as was intended. I didn't answer you.
No, if that's your answer, that's fine.
Oh, it didn't seem like I answered you. But they tend to, you know, if they don't hear you properly, they get excited, and then they go off on their own little tangent about what they think is being done or not being done. And I usually try to take the time to explain to them what is being done
That's very nice.
or not being done.
Okay.
Okay, and I've spoken to Donna, and actually I was speaking to someone in the community, and I had mentioned your name,